Coach, whenever you're ready.
First of all, I would just like to thank the fans for coming out. 50,248. What an amazing turnout in support of this football team. Unfortunately, we couldn't bring home the win. That was a heck of a football team we played, and when you look at the numbers, they beat us extremely thoroughly. They haven't lost in a long time, 2017, I believe, and you can figure out why. Complete win on their part. We do feel like we have an opportunity to continue to grow as a football team, and even though as bad as it may look, I feel like that we're going to be, when it's all said and done, that we're going to be one of the teams that people are going to talk about in 2019. That's my belief. I'm allowed to have it without being tested by anyone, and is there any questions?
We're going to start with Steven, Coach, on your left.
Hey, Dino, when we talked at Maryland last week about Tommy's interception on the sideline, you pushed back on the idea that it was a forced ball. You know, there were things we didn't know, and whatever was going on with Nike, that's that. I'm kind of curious, the interception tonight, do you see it the same way, or is that one you kind of think he should have held on?
I want to look at the tape on it. You know, obviously I was disappointed. I talked to him a little bit on the sideline. It's just something. With young quarterbacks, they're going to make mistakes, and as they make mistakes, they get better and they get better and they get better. And like anything, when you touch the oven and it's hot and you get burned, you don't touch the oven again. I was disappointed that it kind of happened in the same place, in the same situation, and I talked to him about that. That it hurt him deeply. It's one of those reaction things, and I didn't think I'd be up here talking about it again, but I really don't believe it's going to happen again. I really think that that's it, and we're going to grow from it.
Anything more you can share about that conversation with him? And through your years, what have you learned about how a coach in that situation? How do you try and come across to Tom?
I come across truthfully. I tell him the truth. You know, we're going to grow as a team. We're going to grow at certain positions and certain things. We have to correct our mistakes. And once we correct our mistakes, we can move on. And then there's going to come to a point where we have a foundation. And once we have a foundation, we can build upon it. So it was a little disappointing, but he's still my guy.
Dan, Coach, on your right.
Coach, just what you can say about assessing the offensive line at this point, 3 games in. I think there was 8 sacks in this game for over 50 yards of loss, just what you're seeing at that point.
You know, I don't think it's all on the offensive line. I can tell you right now, there was 2 sacks on someone else, and I'm not going to say the name, and that person wasn't in the offensive line at all. So again, it's not a simple offense. It's a complex offense, and everybody has to do their part. And it only takes one guy to break down offensively for something bad to happen, and then you want to pin it on one group of individuals, and that's really not the case.
Andrew, Coach, on your left.
Over here, Dino. I wanted to ask you about the 2 spots where you kick field goals in the first half, and sort of taking the points makes sense, but I guess there's some school of thought that you want to be aggressive and score touchdowns. What's your thought process when you're looking at each of those situations individually? And is this a game where you maybe want to be more aggressive, or just get those?
No, you have to. It changes every single time, and it's a mood swing type thing. The defense was playing extremely well. You're in the first half of the game. I would love to score a touchdown and make it 17-14 or something like that at halftime, and everybody's rah-rahing. But it could also be 17-0 at halftime, and everybody could be sad that no one scored points in the first half. So in the first half, my thinking was, based off of who we're playing, based off the down and distances, based off of where we're at, let's take the points. Defense is playing well, and let's get the game to the second half. And I'm sure there'll be more opportunities in the second half if we need them. Okay, and in the second half came on those opportunities, and obviously they didn't come out our way. But that's usually how it works in a game like that. As long as the defense is playing well, and I thought they did play well for a long period of time. You guys say a little louder.
Try not to be too aggressive too early and maybe take yourself out.
Especially if you're aggressive by nature.
Nico, all the way in the back.
All the way in the back here. Coach, we noticed after you brought the guys back out of the locker room and out of the field, that's something we haven't seen before. I don't expect, obviously, you can tell us what you said, but is that part of the team building and growth that you talked about a moment ago?
Yeah, we had something happening, and it's just a happening. I thought I really don't want to talk about it in front of the cameras, but the guys were just disappointed. That's all. They were just disappointed, and they needed to be talked to, and I talked to them and brought them back out, and then that S in the middle of the field has a special meaning for us. I mean, that's home, and when you go home and you have a conversation, it normally means a lot more than having it in someone else's house. So it was just a conversation that I wanted to have on the S.